Hey guys, one of the things that I like to do from time to time when we talk about workouts is look back on workouts as opposed to talking about them before. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about what we saw on Tuesday and Wednesday in our classes. Specifically with Tuesday, if you remember, we had some back squats and running and gymnastics in our GPP CrossFit classes. In our StrongFit classes, we had some heavy sandbag carries, heavy sled pushes, and a lot of good core work as well as back squats. And what you see when you look across those two programs on the same day is you see the same stimulus with different types of work, okay? On the GPP side, you saw an hour-long class with a warm-up that got the core prepared, got the hips and knees open with the mobility and use of the overhead squat. And then when we got into the actual workout, we had a longer workout that added in some monostructural work supporting body weight, followed up with our gymnastics and then back squats at a moderate percentage. And the stimulus that gives the core and the body and the central nervous system was very similar to what we did in our strongman class, where we focused on heavy sled pushes, gotten the stimulus with body and support and monostructural without running at full speed. What we did in that particular class was when you're carrying a sandbag for a long distance and pushing a heavy sled, you're getting a very similar monostructural stimulus with a little bit lower heart rate. And then when you move on to the other stimuluses that we had in that class, particularly the back squats and the compression sit-ups, you get the same amount of core reps across those particular pieces of work that we had in the GPP class. So different methods as well as different types of work that we can apply. The lesson here is not to say that one's better, different, or because they're both good, they're different ways to get the same stimulus and achieve fitness. What's important to understand is that we're able to achieve different things by different mediums. Another example is one of the folks that is in our weightlifting class and follows our weightlifting program exclusively is going through rehab right now from a surgery for an unrelated issue, and is going through the same rehab program that I went through to get back to health after having her surgery this summer. And that program is giving him the same type of stimulus as the classes because I'm having him follow the same stimulus path that I was following, which is following along with the classes using things like TheraBands and high reps to replace weight. The other thing I want to draw attention to from Wednesday as far as similar programming is you notice that in the class on Wednesday for weightlifting and the class in GPP, they both had the very similar weightlifting. They both had a first strength piece where we're using dumbbells to replace barbells for a moderate stimulus, where we had using high rep dumbbells at a moderate weight to achieve the same strength stimulus as we would with barbells. And what was really interesting about that particular journey was we got a lot of questions yesterday about how is that better or different than barbells. And what it does is it's different than barbells in the stimulus in the sense that we're able to drive out a lot of unilateral imbalances on one side. So what I wanted to do is just take a couple minutes to kind of draw attention to how that programming is layered so that you guys can see that regardless of whatever class you're attending, that you're part of what we're doing overall as far as our fitness cycle here at StoneCutter. And then also what you're going to start seeing is that there's many different ways to achieve that stimulus based on the equipment available to you, how you're feeling, what you're coming back from or what your goals are. So these are just important things to bear in mind as you're evaluating what you're going to do each day based on the programs that are available to you. And then as you're, say, traveling or using your home equipment when you have to work at home as opposed to coming to the gym, this gives you an idea of how to apply those things. So from a coach's notes perspective, for the past couple of days, that's why I wanted to take Tuesday and Wednesday and kind of consolidate them into a post-mortem. You can expect that coming up over the next couple of months. There'll be a couple of times when we won't post daily on the workout. What we'll do is we'll go back and take a look at the last couple of days and see how they relate to each other and lessons learned that can help you understand your fitness better, own it, be able to take it out into the world and use it, as well as understand it and really, really enjoy what we're doing here in the community. See y'all on the floor.